Alright, let's try that again. Hopefully that fixes the audio feedback. Lol. Very nice. Good job. So yeah, we're gonna speedrun, or try and get the speedrunning achievement, where you kill all of the moons in under 6 minutes. I've got a bunch of the other ones. Let's see if I can pull it up here. I've done quite a lot of moons already. Combat tasks. So yeah, I've done pretty much all of them with the exception of this betrayal one where you use their own weapon. That's just because I haven't got the weapon drop yet. And we've got Chaser to do it all in under 6 minutes. I've done the one that's under 8 minutes. Where is that one? This one? Nope. This one. I've done the one that's under 8 minutes. I just need the one that's under 6 minutes instead. And I've done really happy with this one where you do it without taking like any unnecessary damage. But yeah, we're going to try and go for the 6 minutes today. I've got the live splitter up here. And hopefully that works all right. It's been testing fine so far, so it should be good. We're just going to post, hopefully, a decent time to kind of, like, compete against. Every time I click out of this window, I need to resize it to make it look okay on stream. So yeah, hopefully it looks okay, and hopefully I remember to do that every time. It's a little annoying. I won't lie, it is a little annoying to do that every single time. But yeah, let's give this a go. See how everything pans out. See if I can commentate and do the run. When I was doing a practice run with my partner, I was not very good at like keeping up with the mechanics and talking. So hopefully it'll be a bit better this time. Alright. Cool. Let's see how this goes. So we're going to split as soon as we get into the room, because I'm pretty sure the time starts as you get in here. Going to flick the prayer on. The Eclipse Moon is super, super easy to start with. Really basic. A lot of his abilities, combined with Blue Moon as well, a lot of their abilities just kind of like kill themselves, to be honest. So with the kind of moon phase, every time you dodge one of his attacks, he's actually going to just like damage himself. This one's super easy to do. You just highlight this kind of edge of the moon and then just walk, spam click it, and it will pretty much do all the work for you. Super easy peasy. After this fight, I'm going to try and turn the sound down a little bit. Oh. See, I told you I'm already getting distracted. The basic swing phase is really easy. Obviously, just stand on the space so you don't take unnecessary damage. Every 5th swing of his, you want to kind of move over, and that'll have like the perfect timing. We don't want to heal in this phase because that way we're missing on like potential DPS on the boss. And when you go to the special phases, it's really easy to heal up here. The clone phase is so good. He gets like a negative armor stat here. I think he goes from 6 armor down to 4. And this phase is basically just free hits, and he'll take so much damage here. All you got to do is just click on the newest clone that comes out so you're facing. You won't take any damage. You'll deal a ton of damage to him. Alrighty, back to the basic swing phase. He's going to swing 3 times. Another 3 times, and we want to move on the 5th. Hit there. Again, move on the 5th, bit slow there. So you took 1 tick of unnecessary damage. Alright, back here we want to heal up and pot up so we don't run out of prayer. again, we're just going to orient the camera so we can click this corner. And if you just spam click, it will pretty much do all the work. The only hard bit is like turning the corner. Sometimes it's very easy to overestimate the turn. It's also really annoying when you come in like mid this phase, if he's already started in this phase. Really, really annoying. Because you're pretty much going to take unnecessary damage. Alright, we're going to get ready to split here. If I can kill him. Alright, there we go. And then we'll split on the blue splash. There we go. If it'll do a blue splash, we want to run directly over to Frost while we heal up and pot up. Quickly turn the prayers off to conserve some. Swap over to the crush weapon. Oh, go in. Click on this. Blue Moon is another absolute freebie. She takes a ton of damage, and her special phases are really, really easy. This one especially. You can fit in 2 hits here to get your weapon back quicker. You can just kind of ignore this phase, and you will get your weapon back at the end of the phase. But you will take like damage if you don't do it in time. And obviously you want to avoid damage. Alright, turn the prayer back on, because I always forget. The only kind of annoying thing about I always go to call her Frost Moon, but it's Blue Moon. The only annoying thing about Blue Moon is every time she hits you, it actually makes you slower to hit her back. So it can just make the fights unnecessarily long. This phase is super, super easy. We don't really care about taking damage from the tornadoes. I just kind of like leg it. We mainly care about her healing up during this phase. So you just want to get the braziers lit as quick as humanly possible. We can toggle the prayer off for this. We're in the meeting. Oh, is there a clan meeting I'm missing out on? Anyway. Yeah, anyway, Blue Moon, super, super easy. I'm even getting, like, distracted just doing it, and you did it in like 2 cycles anyway. Late split there. Close enough, though. Heal up in between the room. We want to make sure we got the whip and the defender back on. Blood Moon is where it's really, really tough to just do it. It's the hardest one by far. It's probably 3 times harder than the other ones. Yeah, it's just so fucking hard, man. At least this phase is easy. This is the phase. This phase is kind of a freebie, to be honest. You can heal up and pot up and make sure everything's all good here. We just need to make sure we're on this tile so we can get 2 free hits in. Bit slow on the movement because I'm not concentrating. Alright. Puma. I call it a Puma every time. The Jaguar phase. The Blood Jaguar phase is the hardest one. Essentially, you got to dodge the Jaguar attack without stepping onto the blood patch. If you do either of those, he is going to heal, just like that. It's the hardest to get the timing down, and he will heal for a lot. Very frustrating to deal with. Unlike the other 2 moons, his kind of special attacks don't deal damage to himself, and instead have the ability to heal him for just obscene amounts of damage. I didn't have the prayer on. Very nice. So this kill's going to be unnecessarily long, I'm afraid. Because I should have been praying that whole time. Now that I turned it, on, I can turn it back off for this phase. Let's heal up, because these are free heals. Just got to dodge the blood splats here. Make sure you're not on the tile when they pop. Apart from that, just like that. So we probably should have killed him at this point had we had the prayer have been on. This is an incredibly sloppy first run. Like I said, I'm not very good at the mechanics while I'm talking yet, but I'll get practice. We're looking like we're going to be just over 8 minutes, which is not great. I usually get under 8 minutes. I think so far the best run I've had talking has been around 7 minutes. Truly bad, truly horrendous first run, but it's time saved for later, you know? It's all a part of the plan. It's just gonna make my next runs look really, really good. Jesus, there's too many noises going on right now. Alright, one more cycle and we'll be fine as long as I don't heal him unnecessarily here. Should be easy peasy though. Very slow one. More than 9 minutes. Truly, truly horrendous first run, but time saved for later. And he should be okay here. He just wants to extend it out even longer. There we go. And then we'll split on the splash. 9 minutes. Not good at all. Very much not good. What I am going to do is turn the music all the way down. That seems a little bit loud to me. Alright, let's see what we get. Hey! Damn, that's crazy. Pog. That's sick. How much is that? Didn't give me an estimate there. Got that streamer luck. As soon as I start streaming, I get a drop. That's crazy. Oh, okay, so this isn't... I thought this was one of the more expensive ones, but I guess not. So what do we got here? Decent stab. Crush. Alright. So since we're going for the other weapon achievement as well, we should probably use that on the crush. What we might do is do... Oh, shit. Right, we need 70 magic for that. Okay. Well, we might save that one for later then. What we'll do is we'll run out and bank that then. I didn't know that. I thought I could just, like, wield that already. There you go. We'll run out and bank that and we'll do new supplies and then just keep doing runs. We want that on and that on. Alright, let's get out of here. We'll go and bank the other stuff. Like I said, truly, truly not good first start. But it means we've got a lot of time to save. Alright. All right, we'll go back to the bank, drop this off. Off stream, I will grind. I'm one level off using that to get the final achievement that I want, which is to kill one of the moons with their own weapon. I just realized it does have to be Blue Moon as well, so that makes sense. But yeah, I'll do that off stream and get that one so I can perfect it. The one we're going for is the speedrunning one today, so... I feel like I have the stats to do it, and the stats to get it. It seems very doable. I just need to get a decent run. Why is this not showing up anymore? I've lost the game. Scuffed. There we go. I don't know why it does that. It just does that every now and again, which is great. Alright, there we go. And now we've fixed it. Good stuff. My rune light is freaking out. Because of course. I do like 2 days worth of testing, and then as soon as you start the stream, it just gets all fucked up. So if you're not like super familiar with moons, or haven't done it much, or haven't done the quest, all of the supplies you need are in the area where you need to be. So you don't have to spend any money on supplies. It's just like completely free profit, which is great. The only way you're going to lose money is if you die, which does happen. Especially if like you've got lower stats like me, like you're not like super high maxed out or anything like that. Another good thing is these free Moonlight potion pots. They super boost your stats. Yeah, get your stats really, really high, which helps for quicker kills and quicker runs. Damn, this song is obnoxious. Maybe I shouldn't put it on random. Let's start with this one, shall we? Yep, so you get all of your free supplies in here. I'm gonna go back through here to get our food now. We bring a crush weapon for the frost moon. It's blue moon. We bring the slash weapon for the blood moon, and we bring a stab weapon for the eclipse room. My neighbors are making so much noise, so hopefully that's not coming through. I don't think you guys can hear that. Alright, we're gonna catch some fish here. Should probably drop this. This fish section is so jank. I feel like half the time it doesn't work, and it's really weird to kind of like exit out of. Hopefully that doesn't look too jarring on the screen. Should be fine. Wouldn't be a first stream if it wasn't scuffed. Alright, so we're gonna heal back up to full. Thankfully for like the speedrun stuff, the timer only starts once you enter the room. So any of the like equipping phase or getting the supply phase, yeah, that doesn't start until you go in. Alright. Cool. Alright. Run number 2. We set the baseline. Let's reset the timer. I'm going to have to fix that next stream, because the going in and out every time is going to be, like, super annoying long term. So I'll find a fix for that next stream. For today, it should be fun. Alright, so time to beat 9 minutes. We need to shave 3 minutes off that horrendous run. I think it should be pretty doable. This run will lock in a bit more. Hopefully. We'll see how we go. Alright, so we're gonna go in. Timer on. Click on the statue. Prayers on. Alright, so we come in the clone phase. That's really good. Clone phase is a great way to deal damage, and you're not really ever going to take damage here. Alright, came in at the end of the clone phase. I don't really... Normally, if you're just doing, like, casual runs of this, if you're not going for the speed achievement, you would kind of, like, ideally try and time it so you're coming in at a good phase. But obviously, because we're doing the speedrun, you just kind of want to go as quick as possible and hope you kind of get... Hope you don't get shafted on what phase you come in. Because like I said before, if you're coming in on this moon phase, you're pretty much always going to take unavoidable damage, which is really frustrating. It's not a huge deal, like Eclipse shouldn't ever really be getting like super close to killing you or anything like that. Especially with the current setup I have. But it is just very annoying to like lose DPS when you got to heal in the middle of the standard attack phase. Alright, so we want to move on the fifth swing. Yeah, like this. So, because we took unnecessary damage, we're going to have to like pot up here. Alright, that was a pretty bad standard phase. Alright. The start of the clone phase, we're going to pot up and heal up. Again, you just want to click on the newest clone that comes out. Pretty much free damage here. You're normally going to deal like 200 damage here. Every time I think this phase is over, he goes for another set. You get 15 hits in total. Nice. So that was pretty quick. Alright, split on that one. Yeah, way, way better. Much, much better. Prayers off. We'll pot up. Pot up twice. Go in the room. Want to make sure we've got the crush weapon on. Click on the statue. Make sure we don't get hit. We're gonna hit the cracked ice. Really, really easy phase. Super chill. You've got plenty of time to get your shit back. Every time she misses you with the ice, she'll deal 10% damage to herself as well. Prayer on. I'm really bad at remembering prayer for the start of this fight. Alright, big hits move too early. The glacial hammers, these ones are so good for this fight. Because you get the double hit splat, and because they're a great crush weapon, you just deal a ton of damage. Like, yeah, like 350 damage there is crazy. We don't care about taking damage here. We can always heal back up. In fact, we can heal back up while we're running. Just light the braziers as quick as possible. The annoying thing about this is it will turn your run energy off if you do end up getting hit by the tornadoes. We want to stand back on this spot here. Make sure we're healed up and potted up. Get ready to flick the prayer back on. Try not to run away. You should get 2 free hits in here before she starts swinging. Beautiful. We want to wait for the 5th standard attack and then move. Alright. And we get the quick 1 cycle in there, which is great. Split. Alright, we're running to blood next. Make sure you've got the right weapons out. Make sure you're healed back up to full. Prayer off for now. Hit the pot back up. You want to have absolutely max stats going into blood, because he is by far the hardest. Like 3 times harder than the other ones. Special attack. We want to get the special attacks out quick. Ah, damn, that one was wasted. Just because this fight can easily go long enough to have your special energy recharge again. We are just dodging the pulls here. You can turn prayer off, but it's just like one more thing to worry about. So normally I would keep it on, especially when this run is like pretty... You never get like anywhere close to running out of supplies. Slow move there. So we want to move on the 5th. There we go. Now there is a strat for Blood Moon on the standard attacks, where you move forward when he's doing this siphon. I don't know if it's a me thing, but I find that's super, super inconsistent. Sometimes it doesn't work. Too early there. Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't work to interrupt him. Your best bet for like being safe in the phase is what you wear, which we'll cover probably after this run. Alright, move back here. Sometimes you get lucky and like the Jaguar will spawn where you need to be. Should be able to get one hit in here anyway. Alright, move, slow move there. Might need to heal up here. Yeah, definitely. If I die on stream after like not dying to this guy for 50 runs, I'm going to be absolutely mortified, by the way. Alright, so we want to heal up. What up? Again, you want to avoid the blood pools just because that will heal him. So this is going to be kind of a slow run through here again. A lot of Blood Moon is luck based because, like, obviously if he just doesn't hit you, then, like, just there, like he healed up like 40 HP there. If he doesn't hit you in the standard phase, then you're just going to have a much easier run. Obviously the mechanics in the special phase do matter, but it's far less important than just kind of getting lucky. Like if he doesn't hit you, your run's just going to be way, way quicker. So that's why the defense really matters. Although that does not help. For the Jaguar, it's much better to focus on not having him heal than healing yourself. Yeah, that's just so much more important to actually get the kill. Like I said, we got our special attack. We got it back. That's why we use it all at the start. Alright, move on the 5th. Yeah, we got a bit unlucky there. It's probably going to be like another 1 or 2 cycles, which sucks. Damn. I feel like this run was much better, but it's still going to be slow. A lot of these runs are going to come down to just this guy. The first 2 moons are such nothing compared to Blood. It's actually crazy like how much harder this one is compared to the other 2. Alright, we got a pretty lucky final cycle there at least. 8 minutes. That's much more like reasonable and kind of average for me. So what we saved, 50 seconds on Eclipse, minute 12 on Blue Moon, and 109. So we lost time on Blood there. Pretty good. Not too bad. Alright, we didn't get anything there. But what is our KC at? KC is at 57. Quickly. Go to the collection log for Blood. Where are they? Moons of Peril, there we go. So in 57, we've gotten three actual drops, which is pretty much on drop rate. It's like 1 in 19 if you're killing all 3. Some of these runs weren't killing all 3, just because when I first started doing it, I was dying to Blood quite a bit, just because I didn't have the right gear. But ever since kind of like getting the right setup with the Guthan's plate, that drops his hit rate like so much, where he just won't hit you anymore. So we've healed up. We're gonna go back through this way to get more pots. I was gonna do something. What was I gonna do? I can't remember. Let's go one more. Alrighty, we'll go back to the fish place, get all the fish. Need to remember to make a cuppa after this. I really can't remember what I was going to do. Too much going on at once. Alright, so we need to shave 2 minutes. Like I was saying before, my best run is around 7 minutes. Not sure how lucky, I can't remember how lucky that run was. But hopefully it wasn't too lucky. Hopefully with the perfect run this is doable. Otherwise we may have to come back to this later with better stats. I think the stats are fine. I think the gear makes it doable. Since getting the infused berserker ring, it's made the kills like so much quicker, obviously, because that plus 8 strength is just crazy. All right, let's reset. Let's go again. All right, it's broken. It's broken again. I don't know why it does this, to be honest. Alright, there we go. Just got a minus out of the window. Alright. And let's go. Click on the statue. Make sure your prayer's on. Here in the clone phase. Damn, just missed out. There might be a way to, like, check an internal timer or something to constantly track this so we, like, go in on the clone phase. But yeah, I don't know if that exists. Alright, moon phase. Just want to corner click here. Round the corner, corner click. This method makes it super consistent. Pretty much never get hit in this phase with this method. Round the corner, corner click. Comedic timing. Alright, we want to run there. Check the prayers on. crazy big hits there. That almost never happens with Eclipse. But we'll heal up just in case. We drop a little DPS there because of the hits. And now we can just heal up and pot up. Clone phase is free. Alright, let's see how much damage we do to him here. He was at 217 before. He does 5 cycles of the 3 hits here, so you get 15 free hits on him, essentially. And he won't deal any damage to you as long as you're hitting him. $200 damage is crazy. That's crazy work. And split on the hit. There we go. For some reason it's not, normally it does like a big blue, like splash there. But, it's not doing it today. Alright. Alright. Free Blue Moon. Every time she misses you with the ice here, she's taking like 10% damage. So just make sure not to get hit by that. It's really free to get your weapon back. There's no need to do the double rush and like cut it as close as I do. We want to end on this tile here, because you can get 2 free hits in as she comes back. Make sure prayer's on every time. Every single time. I forget to turn the prayer back on here. A bit slow on the movement here. Alright, here's where we can turn the prayer off. Heal back up. Heal back up to full. We don't care about kind of dodging any of this. We'll just take the damage. We just want to make sure she's not healing as much as possible. Back here on this crescent moon shape, if we're here quick enough, you can get 2 free hits in. Wait for the tornadoes to kind of dissipate. Prayer back on. There's 1 hit. Big. There's 2 hits. We want to move on to her 5th. Should kill her here. We're going to stay. There we go. Split. Very nice. Lost a little time there. Alright, we want to change back over. Prayers off. Get the defender back in. Pot up. Heal up. I want to be absolutely maxed going into Blood Moon. Prayers back on. Coming in at the Jaguar. Oh, what's going on? Alright, that was bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Not much we could have done there. That one we could have avoided. Want to move over. Quickly. Special attack. Special attack. It's so much more important that you focus on the mechanics of this fight than the other moons, because the more you fuck up, the longer this fight is gonna go, and it just slows you down horrifically. We don't want to heal at all if we can in the standard fight, because your DPS just matters so much more. Every time you're not hitting him is just another chance for him to heal. And yeah, you really need to out DPS him here. Like that. So don't make dumb mistakes like that. Alright, move on to 5th. Move on to 5th attack. Probably a little early there. Alright, Jaguar. We're going to hit and dodge. And then we're going to heal here just in case. Dodge. Dodge. So much more important that you're focused on the dodging than hitting. Because you will heal every time you hit it. But we just don't want him to heal from any of the mechanical fuck-ups here. Dodge. Alright, clean. Want to move back here. We didn't get lucky on the placement. Should be one more cycle. Move on the 5th. Oh shit, we actually have to heal there. Move on the 5th. Alright, we dropped a little bit of damage there. I think we missed out on one hit. Could have risked it, but I don't think we were going to get it there. Alright, prayer off. We want to go back to this square. We want to heal up. We'll heal back up to full. Don't go there. Pot up. Get the pot up to full. Prayer back on. You can just leave the prayer on there. I think we've got supplies to do it. Damn. That went great. 7-minute run. Sheesh. Turn all this off. And nothing there. Nothing on that one. Good run, though. Very good run. Save a minute on Blood Moon there. That's pretty crazy. Alright, let's go and grab the pots, and then we'll come and heal. Camera looks a little jittery. Hopefully it hasn't been doing that the whole time. Alright, so we're just grabbing the pots again. I kind of like to have 3 full pots, just because it's a little bit overkill. Could probably manage with 2, but 3 is good, especially if you're doing like... If you're just kind of farming it and you don't really care about, you know, going for the achievement, you can roll supplies over into the next run instead of resetting. So it's really good if you're just kind of farming the moons for the drops instead. Like 3 pots and a full inventory gets me like 1.5, like sometimes 2 runs. Cooked, I'm afraid. Alright, we should drop this. Time of best segment, 6:54. Not ideal. What are the chances we can get that down to under 6 minutes today? I don't know if it's possible with this setup, but I still want to go for it. See what the best I can push is. Alright, I'm just going to run to the bathroom. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Cool. This fucking song, man. Very good, very nice. Quick reset. We'll update those splits. Try and fix this every time. I think I know how to fix it though. Alright, cool. Not cool. There we go. Alright, at least it's easy to fix. Just really annoying. So I might need to not play on full screen and just fix it to fix the stream next time. Because yeah, that's super annoying. Alright, make sure we got the right weapon out. And let's go. And start. Again, you gotta start as soon as you enter. Something I could do to speed up this Eclipse kill is bring in a special here. But it's just another thing to kind of like worry about and manage. And I don't know if I'm cut out for that. I don't know if I got the sauce for that. Easy moon phase, corner walk. Incredible, incredible stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much the only way you're going to take damage here is if like you mess up the kind of corner transition there to go from one side to the other. Otherwise, this should be free every time. Every time except that. No prayer on. Good one. Okay, so this probably isn't the run, if I were to hazard a guess. Although we have dealt a ton of damage already, which is shocking. Like I said before, the Eclipse Moon and the Blue Moon, they just kind of kill themselves, whereas the Blood Moon is the only one that puts up a fight. Really, really strange that like they would make two kind of pushovers, and then the final one is just 3 times as hard. You just get a false sense of security. Oh lord, he's glancing. Just checking the time. Might get lucky here. Depends what we're hitting. Want to move on the 5th. Hit. Hit. There we go. Alright, we did get lucky. And then split on the splat. I kind of split as soon as I see that like a blue hit splat. I want to turn this off. I want to heal up. Change to the crush weapon. Want to pot up. Don't need to pot up to full if we don't have time. But it just helps. Alright, in the normal swing phase, looks like we're gonna go into the weapon phase here. 1 kick, move back. 2 kicks, move back. True tile here kind of helps because you only get hit on like 1 single tick of this animation. It's very, very lenient. See, just like that, even though it looked like I was still on the same tile. Again, very lenient. I probably should have got hit there. We want to be on this tile to get the 2 free hits in. Prayer on. Dodgy. Move on the 5th. Alright, prayer off. You want to run and hit the brazier as soon as possible. Pop back up. Back to full. Blue Moon is just so free. It feels so good to kill her super quickly as well. We want to end up on this tile here so we can get 2 free hits in before she starts swinging. Try not to run out for no reason. prayer back on as these start to go away. And then 2 free hits. Alright. And quick one. How was that? It was good. No, we lost time. Sad. Did we lose time? Yes, we did lose time. Yeah, okay, so it's 7 seconds slower on that one. Make sure we've got the right weapon now. Special on. That was unfortunate. Alright, bad stuff. I don't think this is the run. Generally sloppy all around, I'm afraid. Alright, Jaguar phase. Ugh, my goodness. Dodge the attack, step back. Dodge the attack, step back. Dodge the attack, step back. There is a visual cue that I'm using. It's when the kind of middle of the pool jiggles back up and kind of settles, and then it makes that wind-up noise as well at the end of the wind-up noise. Move to this tile. And by far the hardest part of like these 3 bosses. Apart from not getting hit here, which you don't have much control over. Alright, we might have to heal up here. Hopefully not. Don't know why I took a tick there. That was bullshit. IMO. Alright, we want to end on this tile. I'm gonna heal up. Pot up. I think I'm just gonna stop turning prayer off on this phase specifically, because I feel like I've forgot to turn it back on twice now. In fact, I should probably just keep prayer on the whole run if I can, because I've definitely got the pots to do it. It's just hard if the pots run out at like at a bad time. Although I think that's probably better than the alternative. Sad. Could have got lucky there. I think this is going to be the first slower run, especially when I do that. What was that? Although maybe this one is quicker. Damn. Very nice. Alright. Was that quicker? Was that best? That was quicker, right? See, what I was talking about before with the, if you're just farming the drops, you can just roll over to another one. Because that would be enough to get you through like a whole nother run there. If you didn't care about like trying to go as quick as possible, of course. Alright, we'll fully recover, get all of our shit back. Yeah, under 6 minutes. Alright, what run is this? Run 6. It's actually flying by way quicker than I thought. Alright, let's get our energy back. Go to fishing. I want to think what time I want to go to as well. Only been going for an hour and my throat is already running out of steam. No throat goat, I'm afraid. Alright, put the Bell's Folly on. So we've got Bell's Folly for stab, the Glacial Tomatoes for the crush, and then the Abbey Whip for the slash. Alright, let's go again. We need to save 54 seconds. Technically. Although those are best. So, we'll see how it goes. Quickly reset. 2:14, 7:41. It's over 1:41 and overall. Is that best or is that last? I don't know how to read this. But we're going to say we need to save 55 seconds. That's the goal. Alright, let's go. Split. Turn on your prayer. Here in moon phase. That was weird. Thought I was broken for a sec there. Alright, so every time we don't get hit by this, he's taking like 10 damage here. 10 damage? 5 damage. Easy corner walks. I'm gonna move to the space. 2 free hits, like 1.5. He's gonna normal attack. Gonna move on the 5th. Big hit from him there. Move on the 5th. Alright, we really don't want to heal up here, so we're gonna risk it. Clone phase. We can buffer the heal. Buffer the heal. Pot up. Put clone phase. Just click every new clone as quick as possible. Alright, back to the spot. Clone phase is always going to deal so much damage there, it's just so good. We can pretty much always one cycle him here, unless we get particularly unlucky. Which we might. This might go to a second cycle, unfortunately. Unless we get a big hit here. Come on, one more hit. Unlucky. Alright, so now we got to go through another moon cycle. This sucks. I think to stay on pace we need to one cycle that there. Yeah, not great. I think I definitely want to round that corner. Oh, great. That is a tilter there. Absolute tilter. Right. Make sure you've got the tomatoes out. Run in. Prayer on. Prayer off. 2 hits, step back. 1 hit, step back. Alright, stand on this one. Prayer on. Hey, we actually got it on before the first hit. That's character growth right there. Alright, wait for the 5th and move. 5th and move. Hopefully we can one cycle this here. Prayer off. Run to the brazier. Quick. We don't care about damage at all, because we're just going to heal back up. Very nice. Very good. Turn the run back on. The only annoying part of that is that the run gets turned off. Stand in the inner tile. You won't get hit. We'll heal up. Double pot up. Prayer back on. Get ready to hit. Idiot. Ah, it's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, so looking like we're going to lose time here. I was looking at the split, so I moved way too early. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do it here. We would need some colossal hits for that. Alright, sad. One more cycle. This is not looking like the run. Whoops. Alright, step back. Stand on the spot. Don't get hit by that. I should have turned my prayer off there to consume some prayer. Preserve some prayer, sorry. Alright, and split on the blue. Here we go. Slow. Very slow. Very slow. Prayer off. Heal up. Alright, run in. Prayer back on. Whip out. Whip and Defender out. Where we had it. It's this one. That was unnecessary. Special on. Special on. Move on the 5th hit. Move on the 5th hit. Disagree with that. Alright, Jaguar phase. Hit him to try and heal. Move back onto the pool. It's super important that we dodge that attack every time. Otherwise he's gonna heal like 30. Is he like just demonstrating? Yeah, like 24 or something like that, which is disgusting. Alright, thankfully we are here on the spot, which is very nice. 2 free hits in, even if one missed. Move on that. Hopefully we don't need to heal during this phase. Yeah, this one feels slow. This certainly is not the run we were looking for. Make sure we move to the spot. Let's heal up. Drink the last couple pots. That should be enough to get us through. Should be 2 free hits here. Even if we're getting fuck all out of it. Ah! The Defender would help greatly. Incredible run. It's fine. At least we didn't throw a good run. I think I've only ever done that one other time. Oh my goodness, it's all falling apart. Good lord. Good lord. Alright, at least that was relatively clean after the first fuck up. Alright, special attack is coming back. Alright, surely we've got him here. Hopefully he doesn't heal back too much. Alright, one more. Quick one. One quick one. There we go. Alright. Pretty slow. Pretty sloppy. Alright, I think we'll call it at 2, so we'll go for another hour-ish. And then wrap it up there, I think. Because my throat is already fucked. And then we can just focus on the videos instead. I think that's probably better to have like the short and the video out there first. Just that way there's something to watch and something to like advertise. You know what I'm talking about? Alright, 2 more. 2 shots of Moonlight Potion. Alright, see how this goes. Make a quick cup of tea. Like I said before, I love doing these bosses because there's like no overheads. You don't have to pay for any supplies, no prayer pots or food or anything like that. A lot of the other stuff I was doing before, like you're just losing so much money paying for the supplies to even do the thing, especially more if you die. Particularly frustrating when I was doing Dagonoth Rex, like you're spending so much time on supplies to get down there. Prayer pots and HP, and it's just such a pain. Not to mention it takes like 15 minutes to get down there. Yeah, it's so painful. This is just so much better. And I think the drops here are like way more consistent as well. Like 1 in 19, obviously, way better than the 1 in, what is it, 108 or 128? Anyway. Alright. We've got the right thing equipped. We've got prayer. Let's try again. Prayer on. In the statue. We should probably split there. Alright, our splits are gonna be a bit cooked for this one. So we might not save this one if it is our best. I don't know why it didn't split there. Move on the 5th. Move on the 5th. Alright, moon phase. I'm just going to corner click. A little early there. This is exactly where we want to be. Corner click. Turn around, corner click. Maybe up here as well. Corner click. Oh! Alright, deserved to take that. I know I said this last run, but for real, I need to corner that, like, final phase a bit quicker so we can get to this spot quicker. Just to make sure the DPS is there. Hopefully he's going to be low enough here that the clone phase kills him. A bit slow on the move there. I think I might want to move, like, a bit later. That might be why I'm taking that small bit of chip damage on the blood, because maybe I'm moving slightly too early on that. Alright, so 15 free hits here. Looking pretty good so far. Should be able to one cycle. There we go. Alright, we're going to split a little bit later on that one, just because the split got a bit cooked there. Need to make sure I move the defender down, because that is the reason why I keep forgetting to re-equip it. Alright, we get a free hit coming in here, which is good. Alright. Just gonna light the braziers as quick as possible. How did he get off before me? My goat? He's zooming. I didn't have prayer up before, very nice. Well, at least we only wasted one hit. Run back here. Very nice. Prayer back on. 2 free hits. Blue Moon is so free. Just hopefully you don't get hit and slowed down, just because it drastically slows your attack speed. It's very frustrating when she's almost dead and you're just like not hitting her because she's slowed you to oblivion. Should be a pretty decent one cycle here. She's going to take some damage from this. And we can probably kill her after this one. Now that gold split on Eclipse is a little dubious. Pretty certain I fucked up the split there by like 5 seconds. So if this one does PB, I don't know if we're going to include this one. Probably should have healed up there. Not paying attention. Drastically cooked there, I'm afraid. And that split will be fine. Alright, now we want to heal up. Excuse me? Thank you. Jesus. Alright, we're coming in the Puma phase. Not ideal. We do want to pray for this phase because obviously it's possible to take and deal damage here. So the prayers do actually help. I'm gonna run here. Want a special attack. Special attack. We do have the defender on for this run. Blood phase is free. We just want to move to this tile. Prayer can go off, but it's not really necessary. In fact, I probably shouldn't be doing that when I've got to talk and move. Alright. Probably wasn't even worth it to avoid that, to be honest. That was dodgy. Damn, the epic music is going hard. I do want to heal up here. God, this phase goes on forever. I'll run here. Two big zeros, let's go. And he heals. My goat. Move on the 5th. Another 2 cycles on this one. Grim shit. Jesus. And the heavy hits. My goodness. Down to 10 HP there. That is grim. Good thing this run wasn't exactly on pace. I don't feel too bad about losing this one. I think last run we were almost killing him here. Oy vey, the healing is just crazy. I'm actually gonna make sure I'm wearing everything I need to wear, because he is hitting like a truck this run, which does happen. This guy is just a colossal prick. Back to the Puma phase already, my goodness. It's a Jaguar. Very happy to get hit there, very nice work. Good job. Goodness gracious. Truly not good. Special up. Big 3 on the special. Very well done. I think the run... I like how the run where I didn't have the defender... Didn't have the defender on went better than this run. My goodness. Oy vey. Is it possible that I die to Blood Moon on stream? Surely not. Come on, big hits here. Big money, no whammies. Come on, one more. 2 more. Oh my goodness. Just die. Thank you, sir. If you could just die, that'd be great. 9-minute run. Oof. Plus a 4-minute. Horrendous. Truly horrendous. Should probably turn that off. Alright, let's do one more run, and then we're probably gonna call it. Although, do I want to go to 2? When did they say that? I don't know when that was. Alright, we want 3 pots. 3 full pots. Yeah, good enough. Good enough. $6.45. Don't know if we're going to save that one, to be honest, because the Eclipse split got scuffed. So we might just wipe that one out, I'm afraid. Might just wipe that completely. Alright, fill up on fish, cook this up, and then we'll probably head in for, I don't know if I want to go till 2 or like 1:30, maybe just till 1:30. I don't know, maybe 2. We'll see how we feel after this run. I do have some errands to go and do, so we'll see how that pans out. Maybe buy some throat lozenges if I am planning to stream more. Because I did not expect my throat to be like this. Absolutely cooked after this long. Whoa! Alright. Let's get ready to split. Yep. We don't want to update those now. I don't know why sometimes it drops from the screen. I don't know why it does that. Hello, thank you for the follow.
East wanted to sign up just formatted.
Damn, the text to speech they really kind of struggled, huh? All right, let's do a run, shall we? All right, split. Click on the statue, get the prayer on. Jump in. Start of the moon phase. We want to line it up, which is corner walk. If you click right on the corner of the moon, it's pretty hard to take damage here. Corner walk. Alright, now I want to remember to round the final corner a little bit quicker. Just because that way I can get to the spot a bit quicker. Alright, it was a little scuffed there, but that was better than usual. Alright, so he's doing the basic attack phase, so we want to move on the 5th swing. Just so we get to the next spot as quick as possible. Move on the 5th swing. Alright, decent damage there. The swing, we want to heal up. We can double heal here before the clones come in. Now on the clone phase, this is free. You just want to click the newest clone as quick as possible. This is basically 15 free hits. As long as you're hitting him, he will never hit you here. So it is very, very free. You can deal like 200, 250 damage here easily. For Eclipse and Blue Moon, they pretty much kill themselves. All of their special phases will damage themselves in some way, except until you get up to Blood Moon, and he is just a complete prick. He is like 3 times harder than these two. So the run will pretty much end and die at Blood Moon. We go through and do Eclipse Moon first, and then Blue Moon, because it'll spit us out there. And then Blue Moon will spit us out to Blood Moon. Alright, so we can heal up here and pot up here. We could toggle prayer off here, but our resources are pretty fine throughout this entire run. So we just keep it on to make sure there's less to manage. I'm just going to spam click the corner like before. Now I want to remember to round this final corner a bit quicker. Spam click and round a bit quicker. Get ready to move. Nice. Right. So that's good. That's a strat. You can get 2 free hits here as well. That worked much better. So this should be a good split here. Oh, if I'm paying attention. Alright, nice. So we're split on the blue splat. Nice. Actually slow. Somehow slower. We'll turn the prayer off. We'll pot up. We want to heal up. Get in there. Prayer doesn't need to be full for Frost Moon. I always go to call her Frost Moon, but it's Blue Moon. Yeah, we don't really need as much prayer going in here because her special phases are really, really relaxed. Super chill. So this first one is where she takes your weapon. And you just want to avoid the ice. You can get 2 hits in for every one of her hits. Like I said before, her special does kill herself. So every time you don't get hit by this, she's taking like 10% damage. Super easy to job. Easy to dodge. The timing on this ice is super generous. You move at like the last possible tick, even if it looks like you're on it. You're basically not on it. Remember to turn the prayer back on. I mostly forget. Same thing, basic attack phase. Want to move on the 5th swing. We should be able to one cycle this, only one special cycle. Alright. Damn, that hit was a little bit slow there. She does slow your attack speed every time she hits you. For this special phase, we just pretty much ignore the mechanics completely and run directly to the brazier, like straight away, just because she is healing up every few seconds while the braziers aren't on. We just run back to this tile to dodge the tornadoes, and we can just easy peasy heal up. This kind of segment is super free. You can even turn your prayer off at the start. Prayer back on. Should get 2 free hits in here. And this should be good. There we go. Alright, that was a pretty standard one. Split on the blue. Made some time up. Alright, so we're going to run to Blood Moon. Turn the prayer off for a sec. Heal up. Make sure our prayer is fully topped up. I want to be completely topped up before going into blood, because he is the most mechanically challenging. Make sure our prayer is on. We got lucky and came in at the very start of the basic attack cycle. Like I said before, this guy sucks. This guy is 3 times harder than the other 2. And there's not much you can do about the standard attack phase. He's just gonna like hit you. It has more to do with your defense stat here than anything else. A lot of the videos I was watching, like a lot of the guides for this is like, oh, you just need high DPS to kill him. That's a little misleading, because he cares a lot more. You care a lot more about not getting hit, because he's obviously gonna heal every time he hits you, and it's just really hard to out DPS that. So you kind of want to make sure your defense stats are good enough that you're not getting hit, and then like by default your DPS will just be better. So it's a little misleading, some of the guides out there. The Jaguar phase is hardest part of the fight. Got to manage 2 sets of timing. Make sure you're on the right spot as well. Got to dodge the Jaguar attack and not get hit by the pool. That was bullshit. I put that one was deserved. That absolutely deserved. It's the kind of hardest phase to talk over as well. But essentially, once you get the timing down, it gets a little bit easier. Thankfully, we were on the right tile there to hit him. So we'll sneak a quick 8 in there just in case. Next blood pool phase will pot up as well. Bit slow on the move. This phase just makes or breaks like whether you get hit or not. That's pretty much all it comes down to. Bit like that. Alright, last phase. We heal up, run to the tile. Unnecessary. Alright, we should be home free here. I think this will be a little bit quicker. Very nice. And split. Cool. That was good. That was a pretty good blood fight. Blood fight? Blood fight overall. Alright, turn this off. Good shit, pretty good. Saved some time there, which was good. No drops, I'm afraid. I'm not too greedy for the drops. We're about on drop rate, so the moons have been pretty good to me. What was that? That was chest number 62. What am I doing? I don't need to do that. So that was chest 62. We're pretty much on rate, like 1 in 19. And we've got 3 drops. Like, can't really complain about that, to be honest. Alright, we'll keep going. We'll do a few more runs. We'll probably go to 2 my time. Alright, I want to do 3 pots here. 3 pots is more than enough. These supplies are based on your... What am I doing? What am I doing? These supplies are based on kind of like your herb lore stat. So the better your herb lore stat, the more you'll get juiced. But, I mean, they're pretty crazy as it is. Like, the stat boost is pretty nutty. It just makes you do the boss fight, like, so much more quick. Cool. Alright, there's 3 there. Go and grab some food. Alright, don't forget to charge your run energy here. We need to make a cup of tea. Make a cuppa. Nice cuppa. Alright, we'll fill up on fish, and we'll run it back. You always want to start Eclipse first, because Eclipse, like I said before, Eclipse will spit you out into Frost, and then Frost will spit you out into Blood. It's just kind of like the quickest line. It would be... You know, maybe you could do Blood first. If you really... You could do Blood first. That way you could kind of get like a sense of whether or not the run is going to die or not. Maybe later, if I am just missing the blood items, I could start to do that. But for now, since I'm missing a lot of the other Moons items, it's better to do all 3 just to get 3 rolls at the unique. Alright. Went in a little early there. Yes, we do want to update, so we'll reset the timer here. Fix the screen. Alright, there we go. That was good. Alright. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Split as soon as we get in. Click the statue. Make sure the prayer's on. Timer starts, the internal boss timer starts, oh my god, what's going on here? That was a little odd. The internal boss timer starts as soon as you enter that statue room, so that's when we start. My goodness. Alright, that was incredibly scuffed. I'm all zooted. I'm all turned around this run. Good start. Alright, keep the prayer up for the clone phase, because you can hit like a truck. Even though you're not going to get hit. Pretty much guaranteed 200 damage here every single time. Really hard to fuck this one up. Just got to click every new one that comes up. Make sure you're facing the right way. You get 15 free hits because it's 5 cycles of 3. Move back. Disagree with that one. Hard disagree there. Alright, move on the 5th hit of the cycle. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. We want to move on the 5th. 1, 2, 3. Now this 3rd cycle we don't need to move on because we're going to go to the special phase. This is where we can heal up. We heal up twice. Pot up. Can turn the prayer off for here. Probably wouldn't recommend it if you're like still getting hit by the moon phase. Just keep your defense up, obviously. And we've got the supplies to like maintain the prayer for the full 3 fights. It's just kind of min-maxing it a bit, just in case. Probably not necessary. More trouble than it's worth. Like, I could have kept it up there. Alright, we want to move on the 5th hit. Move now. There we go. And split. Pretty good. Pretty good. Change to the crush weapon. Move this down. Heal up. Prayer off. Pot up. We don't need full prayer here. Alright, we are at the end here, so we want to be on this one. 2 free hits in. Frost Moon, super easy. Free kill. The only annoying thing is she is going to slow us down every single time she hits us. So we just want to hope she doesn't hit us. Because that will drastically reduce our DPS and obviously reduce the time. Bit slow on the movement here. Alright, so the 3 cycles of the basic attacks. And then we go to this phase. We got to get our weapon back. Super generous timing on this. You can get 2 free kicks in and then move back 1. Easy. The timing window on this is so easy. Like, even if you move super late, as long as you're off that tile for like 1 tick, it's, yeah, it'll pretty much give it to you. We can pop back up here. We're gonna keep it on. That was unnecessary. That was also unnecessary. We're gonna keep it on just so we can hit her straight away. I find if I turn it off there, I do not remember to turn it back on. Oh, big hits there. So we've been slowed pretty badly there. Let's see if we can 1 cycle this. We might be able to get her. Alright, 1 more big hit. Nice, very nice. Turn the prayer off. Split. Very nice. Actually, quickest gold split on that one. Very nice. Alright, pop back up. We want to pop back up to full. We also want to heal back up to full. Get the whip out. Go in straight away. Hopefully this is towards the end. What's going on here? Alright. Not quite the end. Pretty close. Alright, good. We're pretty happy with that. Didn't take any damage. He didn't really suffer anything from that though, which is a bit unfortunate. Sometimes when you go halfway in like a special cycle like that, they'll start him off at a lower HP. But he wasn't super low there. We do want to use all of our special energy just to get it back as soon as possible. Alright, first Blood Rain, heal back up. We want to go to this spot over here, this Crescent Moon. Just obviously make sure you don't step on any blood landmines. Pop back up. Oh, the prayer's not on. Terrible. What a throw. Alright, move on the 5th. Pretty much never gonna, like, one cycle Blood Moon here. He just heals too much. Case in point. Right, wait for the Jaguar and heal up. Move to the spot. Move back. Or not. Move back. Move back. What is going on there? Alright. This is a... That was dodgy. Don't know what was going on there. Don't know if that was me. But that doesn't normally happen. 2 free hits. At least we got lucky on the Jaguar spawn there that we were close to the spot. Alright, hopefully we don't have to heal up this phase, but we might have to panic heal here. If he hits me here, I'm just going to panic heal. Alright, we'll be alright. Big hit? Oh, big hit. Very nice. Holy. That was crazy. What a run. 621. All right. What a run. Just normal stuff. That was a crazy good run though. $36 seconds off. Very doable. And that was with a Scuffed Prayer at the start. And I feel like Eclipse could have been better as well. Pretty good damage on Blue Moon. I think it is possible. 21 seconds on Sum of Best, or like 36 seconds better than that run. I think it is doable. All right, I'm gonna run to the bathroom, and then I'm gonna do a couple more runs. I think we'll go till we'll do 2 more runs, and then we might call it. All right, we'll do one more run. We're doing one more run right now. Why not? I gotta fix my screen real quick. There we go. Alright, we want to grab 3 pots here. No, just 2 more pots. And then we'll be set. Do that. Try and mitigate the downtime a little bit. All right. Probably, like I've said before, if you're not going for kind of like the speed run to do them back to back to back, you can cycle a lot of these supplies just over into the next run. Makes it really easy to farm. You can do like 2 runs in 15 minutes because you're not getting supplies in between. At least when you're herblore and you're like my herblore and my fishing aren't even that good. And you can do 2 runs per supply, like per supply run as well, I guess. All right, that was a great run. That's going to be hard to compete with, but we're getting pretty close. Let's save those. Make sure that looks okay. Cool. I don't know why sometimes when I reset the splits, the screen will just get all fucked up. But that seemed fun. Cool. Let's go. Actually, we'll make sure the run energies recharge first. And then split as soon as we get in. Click on the statue, turn the prayer on. Just missed clone phase. We want to move on every 5th swing. Just going to rotate clockwise. Every 5th swing. And then we go to the moon phase. We're going to heal up once, twice, and then just corner click. Corner click. Going around the corner, change your camera, corner click. Really, really hard to get hit if you're doing this method. It's like 95% consistent. Sometimes, like, it just gets out of sync and fucked up a little bit. But normally, yeah, 9 times out of 10, you'll just be walking straight by it. All right, I need to lock into my memory to round that corner as soon as possible. Because as we proved one of the last runs, we can fit 2 free attacks in immediately after the moon phase. So I think that will definitely save us some time in the long run across all of these runs. Alright, quick phase. We should kill him here. We'll just heal up and pot up while we can. In the clone phase, super, super easy. He just kind of kills himself here. Wow, 3 zeros off the back. That's crazy. That's crazy. I got so many zeros in a row there. I don't think I've ever seen it happen like that low. Like, normally you're pushing like 200 damage in this phase every time. Should be fine. Alright, that's fine. And let's split. Still really good. Still great. Alright, so we want to make sure Crush is out. Turn the prayer off momentarily. We're going to flick that back on any second. Get in there. This is the end of the first attack phase. So we've got the weapon phase, or the ice block phase. We can get 2 free hits in, move back. 2 free hits, move back. Every time she misses us with the icicles here, she does deal damage to herself as well. Eclipse and almost called a Frost Moon again. Eclipse and Blue Moon just basically kill themselves. The only hard one is Blood Moon. Every 5th swing on the move. The only annoying thing, I've said it before, but every time she hits you, she is going to slow you. Oh, bad move there. That was dog. Yeah, not ideal there at all. We're just going to run to the Brazier as soon as possible. We'll heal up in between. Can flick the prayer off here. Not super necessary, but it is just kind of like wasting prayer if you're not. Because there's pretty much nothing to worry about. Hello? Alright. Make sure we're on the right spot here. If you stand on this inner tile, you won't get hit by any tornadoes, and this is where we want to be. Get the Freya? Get the prayer back on. Get 2 free hits here. See, we got like 3 hits in there before she even started swinging. And this should be good. Another big hit will be great. Awesome. And split. Alright, we lost a bit of time there. Turn the prayer off. Make sure we got the DD defender. And that we're all potted up. Alright, got a minute and a half to do this. Make sure the prayer's on. Alright, we got 2... Let us have 2 free hits there, which is nice. Step back. Hit the Jaguar to heal up. Step back. Hit the Jaguar to heal up. It is so important that you don't get hit by this Jaguar or the blood, because he's just going to heal up for like 30 for every mistake you make here. And then if you're making like a ton of mistakes on this phase, and you get unlucky and he's hitting you a ton in the auto attack phase, then you're just going to be absolutely miserable. Yeah, it is not a fun time. So the mechanics in this fight compared to the other ones are just so much more important. We are hitting bigly. We're hitting huge. Yeah, that's crazy. Those are some big hits. I'm going to be extra careful about focusing on the blood here, just because I don't want him to heal up at all. Yeah, those are some big hits. Alright, dodge that one. Damn, this was close. One more hit, please, sire. Oh, Jesus. Uh-oh. Well, it would have been close. Shit. Oh, no. That was very, very close to being like 5 or 6 seconds away there. This could have been the run to beat. Okay, so we didn't get it, but this run tells me it's doable. We were like a couple lucky hits off being 5 seconds away. Like when he was at 20 HP, I glanced over and it was like 5 seconds past 6 minutes. Although that did have some crazy hits in there as well. So I think it's definitely doable. It's definitely doable with this equipment and these stats. I just need the God Run. I need the God Run, and I need to not throw. All right. I think I'm quickly gonna run to the bathroom, and we'll do a few more runs. Just cause I'm vibing it. Just cause that was the last 2 runs have been really, really good. So we'll get our supplies, and then we'll come back, and do a run. Sum of best 616. Okay. So if I don't throw, and I get my best run, very doable. Just don't throw. It's that easy. Let's make one more. What am I doing? Stop. Stop, sire. What am I doing? Losing it. Losing the plot. Alright, good run. We can shave 16 seconds off. Just get lucky, don't throw, hit big. Don't fuck it up. It's that easy. Alright. We're gonna fish. I'm just gonna run to the bathroom. I will be right back. Alrighty. My speaker setup is very scuffed. I have like 10-year-old speakers. Every time I they move, they just disconnect. So it does that thing where like, you ever have a charging cable and it only works in a very, very certain position, and it's just like super fucking annoying. Yeah, my speakers are like that. So every time I move my speakers, I need to find the exact right position to make it work again. But I'm just too lazy to change them. Like, if they were broken, then obviously I would go and get new speakers. But because they kind of work, then I don't want to go and get new speakers. All right. So let's go for the God Run. We'll do this. Cool. All right. Yep. Let's go. Split in there. Prayer on. Got Bell's Folly out. Probably gonna get shot here. Nope. I've had good timing on this. I do hate getting hit by that because it's just so unnecessary. Move on the 5th attack. Move on the 5th swing. I'll be honest, I don't really know what Curse of the Eclipse Moon does. I think it just makes me less likely to hit him. I'm not too sure. Alright, Clone Face, super free. Just the freest of them all. Do like 300 damage here. I remember being very confused the first time I saw this. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And getting absolutely shellacked. But you just click on the newest one that comes out. You only need to click on... Oh, big hit. Only need to click on one each time. Come on. Come on. Alright, there we go. And then split on the blue splat. Did I split properly? That seems crazy. That seems crazy, no? What have I done? I have done something. There's no way I just saved 50 seconds there. Did I not start? I'm pretty sure I started. Because I wouldn't have like accidentally started during the fight, right? 50 seconds on that seems wild. Was that 1:27? That's crazy. Alright. Try not to throw then. If it is real, this is the God Run. Hopefully we can one cycle Blue Moon here. Absolutely smash the shit out of it. Every time we do get hit though, it kind of impacts our DPS because we're swinging that much slower. Alright, another big hit. That's a big hit. Alright, so we should be good here. Run to the brazier as soon as humanly possible while healing up. Don't get hit. Alright, we got hit. Run, 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 run. Run. Pot up. Turn the pot off for the rest of this. Run back to the spot. My goodness. Stop getting hit. Pot back up. Heal back up. You got plenty of time to heal in this phase. Easy peasy phase. Get ready on the prayer. Prayer now. 2 free hits in. Want to move on the 5th attack. Alright, we just need a couple big more hits. It's very doable. Beautiful. Quick 2 cycle there. Split on that one. We lost a bit of time, but that's okay. Run, run, run. Prayer off. While we pot up. Heal up to full. Want to be on full. Got the whip. Got the defender. Alright, just don't throw. No throw. Prayer back on. Good time to come in. 1 free hit. Now, just don't get hit. Easy peasy. And if he could not hit me in the standard attacks, that'd be great as well. Alright, we're locking in. We're gonna heal. Buffer that heal. Don't get hit by any unnecessary blood rain. Go to the spot. Heal up. I'm gonna double heal while we can. We're also gonna pot while we can. Don't step on that. Tragic. Alright, I think that was only a small heal. Alright, we need some big hits here to stay on pace. Big hits, please. Checking we got the prayer on. I meant big hits from me, not big hits from him. Oh no. Looking scuffed. Looking scuffed. Alright, we need to be perfect here. Make sure he doesn't heal. Make sure we heal up. Don't get hit by the Jaguar. I don't know if we're going to do it this cycle. I don't think we got the damage. Alright, run back, run, run, run. Especially not with the big zeros. We need some huge hits here. But I don't think it's going to happen. Ten seconds. No. No, we don't have it this cycle. It's going to take one more cycle. That's tragic. Tragic. That was doable. If we had some bigger hits there, I think that would have been the one. That's fine. I'm happy with that. We didn't throw it. Didn't make any like major mistakes there. We only hit that one blood patch, but I don't think that really made the difference. Close. Yo, Sum of Best is crazy. That is crazy. Sorry, I'm just replying to my partner. We're gonna do one more run. It's been going for a couple hours. And then I've got some errands to go and run. So this will be the final run for the night. Oh, turn that off. That is kill count 65. So we'll go to 66. 60% of the way, 66% of the way to 100 KC. Can you stop touching the moth, please? Thank you. Alright. I don't know if you guys can hear that when that goes off. Hopefully not. Alright, we got the 3 pots. Drop all this shit. Put Belt's Folly on. The suspense, the suspenseful music. Damn, what a banger. What is this one? I don't know any music. Barbarian workout. Damn, this one goes hard. That is sick. Alright, last run I think, because I'll just have to go and run some errands today that I forgot about, I forgot. And then, I think for tomorrow as well, need some like throat lozenges or something, because it's very hard to talk for a couple hours straight. And I was trying not to have too much like dead air. Damn, this is the run. The song ordains it. I can't lose with this song playing. Alright, let's go. We should probably reset the timer first. And now let's go. Split. Make sure the split is actually running. Prayer on. Good start in the middle of an attack phase. I just don't like starting in the moon phase. It just kind of throws the rhythm off, and you can get hit unnecessarily. It doesn't matter, but I don't know. To me, I'm like, I want to do it perfect every time. So we're gonna corner walk on the edge here. Don't fuck that up. Wow, actually got hit there. That's crazy. Corner walk on the edge here. We want to remember that on the final corner, we just want to run to the spot instead, which should be this one. And we're just gonna kind of run directly here. Damn, that song was an absolute banger. This must be the God Run. Or maybe not, based on how much I'm getting hit. I need to look into what this does. Not like I can do much about it, but it would be good to know like what it actually does. We'll heal up here, we'll double heal. Easy clone phase. If we get lucky here with hits, we could potentially kill him. Which seems crazy, but the clone phase is just that goated. Oh, damn. Like one more good hit and we would have had it there. It's still gonna be good. If I can hit him. Hit him! Alright, split way too early there. Whoops. Way too early on that split. We want to prayer up. Alright, on to Blue Moon. Got a friend. Siditus. Alright. Start at the first attack cycle here. We can get a bunch of free hits in. Ah, damn. She slowed us there, so we didn't get another hit in. Should have got one there. Try not to die. We actually need to heal up here. That's crazy. Kick once, move back. Kick twice, move back. Kick twice, move back. The timing on this is so generous. Like, you don't... It's so nice. It's actually shocking how nice the other two moons are compared to Blood Moon. Blood Moon is just such a fucking prick. It's actually crazy. Move here. Make sure prayer's on. Hit, hit. Move on the 5th. Could get lucky here. We could get some crazy splats. Nah, it's gonna be one more cycle. think if we had that one hit in before earlier, we would have, like, one cycled that, which is crazy. Turn your prayer off. You don't need it. Just run, run, run. Pot up. Heal up. We don't care about the tornadoes. Who cares? But we will run back. Alright. Maybe we do care. Maybe we do care. Turn your run on, idiot. Get ready for the tornadoes to disappear a bit. The sound turns off. Spot comes on. 3 hits. And you're dead. We're going to split a little bit later here. Just because I split too early on the Eclipse there. And that should kind of like balance the splits out a bit more. Turn the prayer off. We will drink that just in case. Make sure you've got the right weapons out, idiot. Come in here. Prayer on. We want this spot. I always have the kind of camera facing back towards the door here, just so I know which crescent moon to run to. 2 free hits here. Have the special on. Big hit from special. Want to move on the 5th hit. The moving is a lot more important for Blood. Like I've said before, he's just so much more punishing than the others. So you want to make sure you're doing all the mechanics perfect. Because if you're not, he is going to kick your heart. Kick your ass? Kick your ass every single time. We actually got lucky on the Jaguar position here, because this is where we need to be. So we're gonna lock in and make sure we don't take any damage. I should be doing a perfect Blood fight every single time, if I'm expecting to ever get the 6 minutes. Because if it's just not perfect, then, like, it's just not going to happen. You absolutely need the perfect fight. Plus, you need to get lucky with him not hitting you on the standard attacks. But I think we can do that. Just be perfect every time. It's that easy. I just realized we're already over 6 minutes, so this one is nowhere near close. What happened here? This run wasn't even close. Did Eclipse go longer? I think I'm a little more convinced that I fucked up the timer before. I'm gonna have to look back at that run and see what I fucked up there, because this seems like more like a standard run where you're around that kind of like 7-minute mark, but like that 6-minute, that run that was on track for 6 minutes didn't feel like that much shorter than this one, if you get what I mean. Like that one felt standard, but I was just like so far ahead after Eclipse. So maybe oh my god, maybe I did just have an insane Eclipse. Don't know. I'll have to look. Oh, the defender wasn't on. Great. Good one. Alright, maybe that's why that felt a lot slower. Alright. I think it's time to call it here. Clearly losing the plot. Big set. But we had a great run in there. If it was a legit run. I'm gonna have to go and check. But yeah. We'll definitely be trying again tomorrow. Hopefully I can stream for a bit longer. How long was this? This was 2 hours 20. It's pretty good. We'll see if we can try and shoot for around double tomorrow. And then see how the throat goes. Become the throat goat. yeah. If you're watching, thank you for swinging by. Thank you, I just wanted to sign up, which is probably Riggs, I presume. Thank you for swinging by and watching. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.